Hello, this is Talking to the Edge, where we try to walk to the border of a 1.18 Minecraft world, which is 30 million blocks out. We want to give credit to KurtJMac, who originated the idea with Farlands or Bust. His channel will be linked in every description. While we walk, we'll be talking about topics that center around content creation and platforms such as Twitch and YouTube. And every other week, you'll see a guest. Guests will range from our close friends to Twitter mutuals to people we have heard about through the content creation grapevine. So if you have any suggestions on who you want to see on the pod, let us know in the comments.
Should we explain a little bit?
Yeah, so
We're in a different spot.
for the podcast viewers, we had a podcast that was supposed to come out this last Wednesday, so I think it was like March 18th. The podcast was supposed to come out. I was in charge of editing the podcast, and on Sunday night, I was like, let me edit the podcast. And I go to look at my video file. It's just Vent talking. I did not record my audio because my microphone was not on in OBS. And I was like, that's so funky. Wow, okay, I messed up really bad. So I was like, Vent, can I have your side of the recording for editing the podcast this week? Because yeah, of course. And then
no audio at all.
yeah, fine.
Video. It had nothing. It was just a black file for 2 hours. It was great.
Yeah, so I had just Vent talking. Vent had nothing.
I had nothing. Absolutely nothing.
So that is why we're in a different spot. These are our chords now. They're on the screen. We walked a good bit. It was a short episode anyway. So it's not like you guys missed too much. I don't think there was anything like really pressing that we talked about that week that was like, this is important news for the internet.
No, I don't think so.
The only thing I really remember, I'm trying to figure out which way is east. I can know that's south, west, north, east. Okay, perfect. I remember the only thing I remember is talking about Ezra Miller. That's it.
Yeah.
And I
Talking
recently
about Ezra Miller.
right, and then I recently like looked up their pronouns, realized that they were they them. And that's all that we really talked about was Ezra Miller causing a ruckus in Hawaii for 1 hour. That's what the last podcast was. So you guys weren't really missing out on much. If there was any. Oh, something did happen between last week and this week that we can talk about, and it is the new She-Hulk trailer, She-Hulk Attorney at Law,
Ew.
that we watched together after like Test Server Tuesday or something, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna speak for you on this, but I'm mortified by it.
I don't like it, and I will not be watching
Okay,
it.
perfect. I'm glad we're on the same page because I know when we watched the trailer, we were both like, "This is disgusting. Whatever this is, I don't want
Yeah.
anything to do with it." Why am
I
I?
showed Shadow the trailer as well, and he was like, "That's gross," and I was like, "Yeah, I know." Because I commented on how for Hulk, like Hulk gets all huge and like, strong
Mhm.
looking, and She-Hulk basically just gets tall, right?
Yeah, tall and
It's
green.
just a regular looking tall green lady. And so when I was showing Shadow, he was like, why does she still look like a normal person? I was like, because they still have to sexualize her. What do you mean?
Exactly.
Like, especially
Exactly.
at the end of the trailer, I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Is the end of the trailer where she like picks up the man?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, she's like on that date.
Yeah. So over like I don't know was it what I was expecting when I saw the like poster because I saw the poster first on Twitter and I was like She-Hulk Attorney at Law. This has to be a fucking joke. I was like,
Literally the whole thing. She's like, yeah, I'm not a superhero. I'm just a lawyer.
right.
Like,
I
what?
like I get that. Like sure, that's like a cool premise, whatever. Like you're not the superhero, you're the lawyer for the superheroes. Like pop off. They need one of those.
Yeah.
From destroying blocks and blocks of like Manhattan every 2 to 3 weeks. Um,
hmm
but the title is so fucking ridiculous.
She-Hulk, attorney at law.
Yeah, what the fuck? What is this? NCIS? What the hell is happening?
It makes no sense. Oh my god.
I don't know. I don't,
I don't know.
and it would have been, I feel like it would have been better if they would have like framed it as like a comedy almost, but I feel like it's not framed as a comedy. It's framed as like an actual like like any of the other like Avenger like TV shows that they have.
Yeah.
It's like this is
I don't
supposed
know.
to be
I guess
taken
it could be
serious.
okay, but it doesn't seem like something I will be watching.
No, I first of all, I'm like I like Marvel movies, but I feel like I'm not into the lore and any of that like a whole lot. Like that's more of Hannah's thing. And even Hannah who like likes to watch stuff like that and she's like, "Well, we have to watch this before we watch this movie because this like TV show is going to give us insight into, this movie." She's like, "I'm not watching that."
Hannah said that's gross.
Yeah, Hannah said this looks like the worst thing I've ever seen them put out.
Oh no.
So,
I've been seeing it get a lot of shit on Twitter.
yeah.
People do not like it.
And it's not even, I don't know, it's not even, I'm sure that some people have the argument and be like, "Well, it's just because it's a girl." And it's not even because it's a girl. I'm a girl. Pop off women. I love women. Want to see more representation of women in superhero movies. This looks like shit.
It does. I know last podcast we talked about the chamber. You asked me for Valorant news, and the only news was that Chamber got I don't know, I wouldn't say nerfed or buffed. He just got a change to his util.
Yeah, I remember.
So like his slow bot is
Did
oh
you
my
fall
god.
down a hole?
Yeah, and it's more expensive. I'm fine. But yeah, I remember talking about that last episode. I don't remember anything else. I remember Ezra Miller and Chamber, and that's it.
Ezra Miller and Chamber. I'm actually kind of pissed about. So I wasn't like very like upset that our recording got like fucked. I was kind of like, this is funny, like just a funny haha mistake. Um,
Yeah.
I do remember one thing that we talked about now that I'm fucking mad that we lost because we
What?
we talked about the Pride merch that Dream put out.
Oh yeah.
And I'm pissed about it because basically Dream was like, "Oh my god, George did such a good idea with this little key on the bottom of his hoodie." And we were both like, "That's the ugliest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life."
It is. It really is. Sorry, my phone keeps going off.
No, you're good.
My mic picked it up, but I turned it off.
It didn't pick it up on my end.
But yeah, that merch is kind of really. I don't like it.
I know a lot of people like it. Like Hannah's like, "Oh yeah, I like it." Hannah's like, "I would get it if it was a sweatshirt because she doesn't like hoodies."
Yeah.
So she and I know Shadow likes it too. But
Yeah.
me personally, I will not be purchasing said merch.
Me neither. I do not like the low key
No,
merch.
I don't either.
I think it's a cool idea, whatever. It's cool that they're doing Pride merch in general, but it's not something I would buy.
Yeah, I think we talked about like if we were gonna buy Pride merch, it would definitely be from somewhere else.
Yeah.
Oh, we talked about Target's Pride merch.
Yeah, the Pride collection at Target's like actually really good this year.
Yeah.
There's a few things that you're like, okay, it's it's not great, but they have a few cute things.
Yeah, I've seen it a lot on TikTok. People are like, people I get those TikToks where it's like run to Target right now and they show off like something cute that Target is selling.
Yeah, I get those too.
I've been getting a lot of those with like the Pride merch.
Pretty cute stuff.
Yeah. I forget. And then we talked about the Pride banners for Valorant. They're coming out in June, right?
Oh yeah. Somebody like I keep hearing that they come out every June, and this is the first June I'm playing Valorant, and if they don't come out with them, I'll be a little sad.
A little bit upset.
They better have Pride banners.
You guys will have to complain.
Like
If they don't have any, just complain to Valorant.
Okay. Hey, Mr. Valorant.
Mr. Valorant, this is a little bit homophobic for you not to have Pride banners this year, but
it's a little bit homophobic. You should bring them back because there's still gay people.
There's still gay people this year.
It wasn't just a last year thing.
Right.
It's also this year. There's still gay people.
Gay people still play this game.
Exactly. They shouldn't because of all the slurs that are thrown their way. But
oh yeah, 100%. They should stop playing the game. Everyone should just stop playing Valorant. But
no. That's a K opinion.
that that's a me opinion. I'm
Yeah,
Valorant.
I like Valorant.
The other day I was in VC with you were there for a little bit with Stina and Shadow and Keegan, and they were playing Valorant,
Mhm.
and Stina was like, "Kay, do you play?" And everyone's like, "No."
No. Kay, you've played what, twice now or three times? And as
Yeah,
soon as we are done playing,
I
you delete
uninstall.
it.
Yeah,
But yeah, this is good.
I'll play for special occasions. Oh, wow. Oh,
Creating a
little
little river.
path. I love it. Yeah, only for special occasions. I think I played with you when you didn't have anyone to queue with. Um,
When I first started playing.
yeah. I was I talked to Shadow about that a while ago. And I was like, yeah, I don't remember how we got on the topic. I think Valorant just always comes up because you guys play it a lot.
Hmm.
Um, and I was like, yeah, I used to play with Vent because they didn't have anyone to like queue with. And they were like, "Oh, this is such a good game." And I was like, "Yeah, so fun."
Yeah.
I love this game. And then you guys needed a 5 stack for Whelm to play, and I was like, I'll play, that's fine.
There's nothing good in here.
Ugh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was
It's
like,
very fun when we all play.
yeah, I was like, I won't let a rando be in with Whelmed on her first time.
No, no, no. Whelm needs to get the full experience of the crazy weirdos that play Valorant.
If she ever had time, she's always busy.
I know. I'm hoping she'll have more time this summer,
Me
is what she
too.
said.
Me too, me too. Something I found about what I found out about. Oh my god, I've been fumbling my words real bad recently. Um, or I've been like unintentionally saying the syllables weird. I did it with OBS earlier. I don't even remember what I said, but I said OBS funky and I was like, why did I say it like that?
Mm-hmm.
But I this morning I had found out about, or maybe it was yesterday, there's a why the hell do I'm trying to bring up my Twitter. Why do I have 6 notifications on Twitter? That's too many. Um Hold on, let me go to my followers because I don't remember the name of this. It's like an event that's being put on Steam actually. I didn't know that you could live stream things on
Oh,
Steam. Um
alright.
I think you have to like have like a page, like a developer page or like a game page in order to stream on it, but so it's not like
Mm-hmm.
Twitch really. It's more for like showcasing games. But
Yeah.
there is this group called or this showcase, it's called the Cerebral Puzzle Showcase. And it's
Mm-hmm.
happening right now, so May 19th is today. It'll probably be over by the time that we put out the podcast. So it's May 19th through May 23rd. So this is really no help for the viewers, but I guess you can go back and like look at what's happened. Um, it's basically just a showcase of a bunch of like puzzle games that are about to come out or that have come out or that have like demos out right now. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I haven't watched any of it because it started while I was at work and I obviously got home and we are immediately filming this podcast. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm excited to like go through and see what some of the games are because I read an article from someone who wrote about the showcase on like some of the ones that she's looking out for, and they all seem like very neat, like very like some of them seemed a little bit harder in like the puzzle section, but some of them seemed more
Mm-hmm.
like story based as you solve puzzles.
Ooh, okay, that sounds fun.
Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna check that out this weekend and as it continues through the 23rd. And it seems like fairly not like unknown, but like the pages that are correlated with the showcase don't have like a whole lot of like followers. So I feel
It's
like
like a bunch of like smaller games.
yeah, so I feel like it's a bunch of like smaller games, a bunch of like smaller developers. Which are sometimes like some of the best games that like I play. Speaking of games that I played, um, every once in a while, and I'm sure like other people who have like a lot of TikToks like experiences as well. I have so many fucking TikToks. It's ridiculous. I've been posting on TikTok for like over a year. So I have just a lot. What happened to all the hay bales? There they are. Um, it's like I picked up 7. I can never find them in my inventory. I don't know why. They disappear from me. But I have a lot of TikToks on my TikTok page, and every once in a while I'll get likes from just like, I don't know, on an old like TikTok video. And recently someone liked a TikTok that I made about my Figment playthrough like almost a year ago. And I was like, "Oh, that's so funky." So I told Hannah about it, and Hannah looks at me and she goes, "There's a Figment 2 and you're actually banned from playing it because it took you 7 streams to finish Figment 1. We're not playing." Yeah, she's like, "You're banned."
Oh no.
You want to sleep?
Oh yeah, sure.
I put down my bed
There's
up
a
here.
Figment too, and you're banned.
I'm banned from playing it. She's like, "It took you so long. I'll come down. I'll break my bed, and then I'll come down there and touch your bed."
Touch my bed.
I'm gonna touch your bed. I'm
But
gonna.
it's floating.
That's. Oh my gosh. Well, now I'm glad I touched the floating bed.
Once in a lifetime opportunity.
So yeah, if you guys were expecting a Figment 2 playthrough on the Twitch channel, it will not be happening.
Manager says you're banned.
Manager said no. Manager said she hated that game.
Manager calls the last shot.
Yeah. Sorry, I apologize. She has been wanting me to play. It's like a horror game that a bunch of the like Jacksepticeye played it, and I think Markiplier played it. I don't know what it's called. I just watched like a few clips of them playing it. More specifically, I watched a clip. I think you might be like a man or a woman. I don't know. I don't know what the like main character that you play as, like what they are. They could be an alien for all I know. But in the game, you're in like this hotel room and you're hiding from this man who's trying to like get you. Which is why I said like a woman, because I feel like a lot of times men just try to get women. But
Fair.
So he's trying to like break into your hotel room and get you, and there's this one section of the game where he's like pounding on the door and you have to hide in the closet. And the game starts picking up your microphone while you're in the closet.
Oh,
yeah, and so you have to like be quiet while you're in there. So Hannah's like, "You should play that." And I'm like, "This like not a whole lot." Well, okay, I get scared pretty easy, but like I'm scared like in the moment. Like I'm not scared like after. Like I won't have like nightmares about it or anything. But I don't know. I'm like, this could happen to me and I don't really want to play that.
Yeah, that sounds terrifying. I get really scared with the games that pick up your mic.
Yeah.
I feel like I will just like get scared and yell, and then I'm just gonna keep dying.
Yeah. That was me with Until Dawn. It has the mechanic where you're supposed to hold your controller very still.
Oh yeah, I would not.
When I
shut it down.
Yeah, that's what I did. When I knew there was a part coming up that I was gonna have to be very still, I just put it on the desk. Because I was already bad enough at the quick time events.
When I start playing those types of games, my like hands will start to shake too.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's a controller, like my whole controller will be shaking.
Me too.
Good.
My hands get really sweaty. Like if I'm nervous. That sounds weird, but they do.
No, I get it.
I'm like, oh my god, the controller's slippery now because I'm sweaty.
I have some sweaty hands.
Yeah, gross. I've been trying to find some like nice games to play other than Minecraft because I think I wanna get back into doing like a lot more like indie kind of like puzzle solver games like I used to do. I've been playing Orwell recently, which I'm gonna finish it this weekend. Which I liked, but it was a lot of like reading. And like staying in like one stationary place, which was the computer. Like the game was basically like a computer simulator as like a detective. So like I liked playing it, but I'm not sure it was like the greatest like stream game. So at least with this like showcase, the cerebral, I think it was cerebral. What the hell did I say it was? The Cerebral Puzzle Showcase. Okay, I wanted to make sure that I got the name right. Um,
Mhm.
hopefully I'll see some things that like catch my eye, and I'm like, that would probably, um, you know, be a very good like game to like stream.
Yeah, that's always fun. I love looking through Steam, just like the
Hmm.
random games. I have like 60 games on my wish list just because I'm like, that would be cool eventually.
Me.
But games are a little expensive, so you gotta buy like one like every month.
Yeah, I think the summer sale, the Steam summer sale is coming up in like June or something. I don't remember.
See,
Maybe
Steam always
July?
gets me with these sales.
I
It's like
know.
not even they're like not even really sales. Like they're like barely cheaper, but it tricks me, and then I buy 7 games.
I don't know. Sometimes I think it just depends on the game that you're getting. Sometimes there's like I think I got a lot of my like indie games for like dollars.
That's true. Sometimes it'll be like a $40 game. You can get it for like 5, and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, this is a deal.
I just feel like I wishlist a lot of like multiplayer games and then we never multiplayer.
I feel like we have to start playing the multiplayer games that we did buy.
Yeah, I'm banning myself from buying any more multiplayer games.
Until we play the ones that we bought, we can't.
Yeah. Like we played Pummel Party that one time, which I'm down to play again.
Me too, me too. That was really fun.
I want to get better at
Um,
the mini games. I liked the mini games, but I was bad at them.
yeah, me too. Did you see that Fall Guys is coming free to play on Switch?
Yes, I did. We had talked about it the other day. Or at least
I'm
the
excited about that.
group chat talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of us, like Stina was saying that a lot of us have like Switches too.
Mm-hmm. Stina just bought her Switch and she's very excited
Oh,
about it.
that's so exciting. Hannah just ordered a PC actually.
She did?
She did. She ordered it the other day. I think it's supposed to be here Memorial Day weekend.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
So she's very excited. She was like, Kaylin, look at read these things and tell me if this is a good computer. I'm like, this is, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I just
There's no
guessed on
voice
mine.
lines for Valorant. I did too. I
Oh,
guessed on
I
mine. I was
did
talking
not
to
know that
Jacob
you
about
messaged me about this.
He was like, "You have like an actually pretty good computer."
yeah.
And I'm like, "Well,
Wait,
I'm surprised because I just
Well,
replied to
I'm
me.
surprised.
What?
I
Where?
did reviews and they were like,
You said everything
they were
always
like,
happens
yeah,
after we
this could
film
last
because
me
I
a
said
while.
how
And I
are
was
they
like,
gonna
hey,
release
good enough.
new
Good for me.
chamber?
That's exactly what I did.
And Viper voice lines directly.
They're like, it
as-
runs pretty
I
quiet
just closed my game.
and, you know,
Mm.
it has, I don't know, they said like other things. I'm like, that works.
I do remember. Yes,
Yeah.
I do remember what you're talking
He
about now.
always like mentions
All right.
parts
So-
I don't fucking know that I have because like one
I think
time I
it's really
needed
funny.
computer help because
Mhm.
so he
There's
had to like
now a
I had to
voice
like
line
figure
that
out
makes
what
it-
kind of fucking part I had.
Chamber
for something.
asked out Viper,
And sometimes he'll just bring it up, and I'm like, I don't know what that
rejected
means.
his ass.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
And
This
he
is
said
what
I
I
had
remember
it,
because this
it's
was
in
the
my little,
like
like,
the
device.
headline
Yeah,
of
my
the
task
of what you sent
manager.
me.
But
Yeah,
like, okay, so there's voice I don't know lines what that like are
means.
interactive.
Exactly. Keegan was talking the other day, about just like parts, and I was like, Keegan, you're talking to the wrong person. I don't know
And
what
I
you're
just think it's
saying.
hilarious that there's one now where
Half of our
Chamber
group
gets
knows what
rejected.
people are
I
talking
love
When
that.
they start talking about computer parts, and half of us have no fucking clue. And I am
think
one
that
of
is
the
very
half
fun.
that has no clue.
Me
Don't
as
often
well.
hear the
I'm
voice
like,
lines,
I
one, because
just
I don't
hope
play.
that
Two, because
my
if I'm
computer
watching,
doesn't
I'm
crash on
usually
me. And
watching
that's
chat.
Shadow's point of view, and his is all in Spanish. So I have no
That's true.
fucking clue what they're saying.
That's true.
So I don't really, I know like some of the like more generic voice lines, but I have not heard. Are they in there in the game now?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I have not heard any of the new ones. Like I know the one for oh god, hold on. It's Sova, right? I always get Sova. Who the fuck do I get Sova mixed up with? I always get him mixed up with with Yuru, but I know like Sova's line where it's like, I am the hunter.
Yeah. Because his whole thing is he's a hunter.
Yeah.
His little
And
bow and arrow and stuff.
I
He
know
says, my quiver is never full, which doesn't
oh,
make sense to me.
my quiver is never full. I guess it just
He's got
means
his arrows.
maybe that just means that he shoots a lot of people.
I guess so. Wouldn't you want your quiver to be full though?
I don't know. I guess it's like I'm so good. I'm shooting constantly. No
I'm so good, I
replenishment.
never stop
Right.
shooting.
No right, no replenishment time ever. And then I
So but you can never reload. It's against the rules.
Sova's nerf is that you just can't you have a certain amount of bullets and that's it for the round.
5.
Yeah,
You
5
have a
bullets.
bullet per team per other team.
Right. If you miss, that fucking sucks. It should get good.
Get good.
Get good.
Even if it's like a classic, only 5 bullets.
Right.
'Cause
Get
the
good.
classic cannot one-shot anyone no matter what.
You should have, I don't know, should have upped the damage.
One right click, too bad. That's
Too
it.
bad.
That's all your bullets.
You should have gone into the game code and upped the damage of your classic.
Each
That-
individual Sova man.
Right. That's your bad.
You're bad. Sucks for you.
I'm not gonna like name names, but just because I don't know if they want this to be like known. But I'm sure you're gonna know who I'm talking about. But we have a mutual. Spend a lot of time with this mutual. We were talking the other day and they were like, I don't know how to make friends. And I was like, yeah, me neither. And they were like, I have my group of friends now from like Discord servers. And I don't know how to like expand my friend group. And they were like, there's this one person that I really want to be friends with, and I just don't know how to like be friends with them.
Yeah,
they
and
were-
I know who they want to be friends with.
Yes,
too.
there you go. Okay, perfect.
But it's I keep telling them, I'm like, we should just invite them to play the game that we all play together.
Exactly.
And they're like, no, we can't do that. And I'm
Why
like-
not?
And I'm like, I will do it. I will DM them on Twitter right now. I should. I
Do
should
it
DM
right
them
now.
on Twitter.
Mid
Right now?
podcast, mid podcast.
Okay.
Amazing. Look at
Here,
this.
drive.
Okay. Let me. I'm in F5 mode. Hold on. Okay, I'm driving. Get in the boat. Okay.
I'm in the boat. I'll DM you right now.
Mid pod. Look, we're making friendships happen. But when we were talking about that, I realized I was like, I'm also shit at making new friends. Like, I have like
I am too,
I have
yeah.
like a few people that I talk to, like, and I'm like mutuals with, like on Twitter and like Twitch and stuff that like aren't you guys, or like I haven't like met through like Discord servers or anything. But it's like 2 people.
Alright.
And
It's so hard to make friends though.
it is. Oh, are you still? Hold on. I'll protect you in the daytime. Make sure there's no drowns underwater. And like, I think we always talk about this, like how hard it is to make friends online. And like, I'm content with my little friend group, but I'm also like, I want to meet more people. And
Alright. I messaged them.
perfect. Amazing. But yeah, I'm always like, I want to meet more people, but I put on like game nights occasionally. Just because
Love
like
the game night.
thank you. I did not realize that this was just a tiny island.
All good.
My
We can
bad.
get back in boat.
Yeah, I put on game nights because, especially for just like people who don't talk like on a consistent basis, and like as we're getting older, we have like way more commitments as just like adults and people in general. So it's hard to
Yeah.
be like, right now I want to do game night, like at this very second. Like a bunch of people are like, oh, I can't, like I already have these plans. So if I plan it out like a week in advance, I can be like, set this side of time. Set what?
Set this side of time.
Set this time aside for game night so that we can all just like hang out.
Yeah.
And I put it out there like on Twitter too, because like another point of game night is like not to just like, I mean, one of the points is to like hang out with your friends, but another point of game night is for like other streamers to like almost like
Yeah, to,
network
like, meet
kind of.
mutuals.
Yeah. Just to
Yeah.
like hang out, have fun in like a non like streaming environment. Like no one's streaming, no one's recording. And I always put it out on Twitter, at least most of the time I do. And I'm like, hey, I'm having game night. Like, if you're a mutual of mine, definitely hit me up if you want to join the server where we do game night. No one wants to game night. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you fuckheads.
It's hard to convince people to game night, to be honest.
I'm like, please, game night, please.
Please. It's hard to like reach out to people in general though.
Yeah.
Like it's okay, I get scared to reach out to people but to be honest, the worst they can do is say no or just like not
Exactly.
respond. Which has happened. It's happened. Somebody we were like, "Oh, like we should play this game with them." And then they were like, "Yeah, sure." I messaged them, never go.
Yeah.
Never response. It's happened. It's not that bad. It's fine.
I know. I do the same thing though. I'm like, oh my god, worst case scenario, they're actually gonna come to my house and murder me because I asked them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, they come to my house and beat my ass because they're offended that I asked.
Yeah, right. And I don't want that to happen. Oh my god.
Yeah. But I try to think, the worst that can happen is they say no or they don't
Ghost
even
me.
see.
Yeah.
Actually, best case scenario, if they don't want to hang out, is that they don't even see the message.
Exactly. They don't see it.
They never see it.
Oh, I do remember something that we talked about last week. Hello.
Hello.
It's not like super like internet news or like I guess it's more personal than it is internet news, but it's really not personal either. We talked about, oh, I have the boat. Funky. Why do I have the boat? We talked about my friend Madison is like super into comedians. And so fuck, I don't even remember these people's names. Shit, hold on, I have it written down. No, maybe I don't have it written down.
Is it the comedian Beef?
Yes,
They're
yes, yes,
arguing?
yes. It's the comedian Beef. Ah, I do have it written down. Okay. So
Oh, good.
so my friend Madison, she's really into comedians. There's beef happening in the comedian community. There's always beef happening in that community, but I never pay attention to it because I don't really watch a bunch of comedians. But Madison does, and she told me about this beef that was happening, mostly because it has to do with the internet. So there's this one comedian, his name is Brendan Shaw. He used to be a UFC fighter. I don't think I mentioned that last week. And she's like, he was mediocre at UFC, and now he's a mediocre comedian. So he's like not great. And everyone in the comedy community knows that he's not like great, that he's not like the best comedian. Um, but on Reddit is a bunch of trolls, just, most of the time. And so they're clowning Brendan Shaw on Reddit. They're like, you're unfunny, like, just, making fun of him.
Yeah.
Like Reddit does. And so he's pissed. He's just like angry that Reddit is making fun of him. And he is very certain that there's one man behind this. And that one man is Bobby Lee. And so Madison likes to describe Bobby Lee as an old man who has no idea what the internet is. She's like, he was basically like, oh man, I don't even have like a computer. All I have is an iPad. I don't even know how to do that. Like, you can't get on Reddit on an iPad, but but that's like what she describes him as, just like this clueless, like kind of older comedian who isn't really on the internet as much. But Brendan Shaw is like, no, I know that it's you sending all these Reddit trolls after me, and you know how I know? Because I have your IP address. So
I remember we talked for quite a bit about how this man cannot know what an IP address is. Because if he did, he would know it's illegal to steal someone's IP.
Right, you can't. Oh my god, I just spit. I'm
like he's admitting online publicly that he stole this man's IP.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what he's saying.
Exactly. And I thought when Madison was telling me this story, like, Madison doesn't know that. Madison doesn't know that it's illegal to like have other people's IP addresses. I went, whoa, wait, hold on. Pause the story. He has his what? And she goes, yeah, he has his IP address apparently. I'm like, you can't have that. You're not allowed to have that. That's literally a crime. Oh, and so I just think that it's so funny that this man is like, I have your IP address, and Bobby Lee is like, I don't know what the internet is, and the rest of us are like, why do you have his IP address?
Where did you get
Right,
it?
where did you get it from? And so I just thought that was a very funny story that Madison told me this week.
Yeah, I remember this story. This is a good one. That's a good one.
Oh, and then I think we like discussed Rice Gum a little bit too because a similar thing happened to him.
We did.
I don't like Rice Gum. I don't keep up with Rice Gum. I have literally
I don't
no
either.
idea what he's doing at all. But he lived with this popular streamer and I still have not even bothered to look up the name of this streamer because I don't care. Um
Mhm.
but Rice Gum did something that the streamer got upset about, and then in retaliation, he one leaked their IP address, two took the Wi-Fi router, three moved the fuck out.
Yeah.
So I just thought, I don't know, I thought that was very funny. Like when it was happening, I thought it was hilarious.
Mhm.
He was like, "Fuck you! I'm leaking our IP address, and I'm moving, and I'm taking the Wi-Fi router with us."
I think that's hilarious.
Just oh my god. So, you know, when you move out with the of what? When you move out from the Boston house, like, fuck you, leak the IP address and take the Wi-Fi router.
Yeah, I will make sure to leak the IP.
Okay, perfect. For anyone who's
Everyone,
living, yeah,
stay aware.
for
I'll let you know when I move out, and then you'll have the IP.
perfect. For anyone who's living in the Boston house, this is a forewarning of what's to come in the future.
This is a threat.
Right, this is a threat. Anyone makes Vent angry, the IP address is being leaked.
Mhm.
I don't know, would you get in trouble for leaking your own IP address?
I don't know. If I leave, is it still my IP address?
That's fair. Would you be in trouble if you lived with other like roommates and like leaked the IP address? Because it's not just yours.
I think so, because I think that's like the same as just like you're just leaking theirs as well.
Yeah. It's like if I dox myself, I'm also doxing Hannah.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's bad. What did happen is I swear we talked about the Foolish and Carl streams, and
I
Sapnap and puns,
think so.
but I don't remember what the fuck we talked about.
We talked about all of the clips that were on TikTok. I haven't seen any like since a few days ago, so I
Oh,
feel like
yeah.
they've died down now. But right after the stream ended, there were a lot of clips of Foolish and Carl fake kissing.
I do remember. Yes, I remember this.
People were very obsessed with that.
Yeah. I think you were like, I thought that was so funny. And I do
Did.
think
I
it's
thought it
funny.
was very funny because I saw a TikTok that was like, I know when they're faking, like they're doing like fake, like almost like stage kisses where they like put like their hand in front of their face, so it's not an actual kiss. But I saw the TikTok was saying that like one of these days they're gonna like accidentally actually kiss, and then
Mhm.
it'll just be like an awkward moment on stream. And I was like, that would be pretty funny.
I think it would be hilarious. And I just think that them committing to the bit so hard was so good.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was really really funny.
we also talked about how they really so at the beginning of the Pokemon stream, which I did not really watch, I didn't go back and watch, but I've seen like clips where they pretend that the pack that they got, the $40,000 pack that they got was fake and it was
Oh
not
yeah.
full of like the correct cards. And me and Hannah talked about this for like at least 30 minutes. Mr. Carl Jacobs gave the performance of his life. The Oscars hit him up. If it was just him, I'd be like, oh man, that's so sad. You lost $40,000. I would be laughing still. But just because $40,000 to Carl Jacobs is probably just like a $20 bill to me. But regardless,
Yeah, yeah.
I would have believed him, been like, oh my god, I can't believe you got. But the reason I knew this was not real is because Puns was in the corner going, oh no. Oh
Oh my
man,
god.
you got scammed. Someone kick Puns out.
But Pun's just he was vibing.
He was not doing anything. I think Puns was disassociating for the entirety of the stream.
Maybe.
Which I also would have done because I don't give a fuck about Pokemon.
Me neither. I definitely would have been there like just fucking around.
Right. I would have
I
licked
feel
all the
like
cards.
in that situation like I would have just been like causing issues for the other people in the stream. Like I just would have been trying to cause problems.
We did also talk about I have my notes from last podcast episode.
Okay.
Which I did not realize. We've touched on everything except for Sykkuno moving to YouTube.
Was that last episode we talked about that?
It was last episode.
I feel like that was forever ago. Yeah, Sykkuno did move to YouTube.
Yeah.
His little trailer video is very cool. Very cute.
Yes. We talked about it last time. I never went back and watched it.
Oh.
So I know
I have
you
not rewatched it, so I barely remember it now.
Yeah, I know you said that like something happened and then at the end Valkyrie like came out and was like, "Welcome to YouTube."
Yeah. He would basically said, I'm gonna be doing the same thing, but in a new place. And then Ray came out and like it was like a whole thing.
Yeah.
Like the YouTube logo showed up.
Yeah, and I think we talked about how Twitch was just
Oh, his
offering him.
contract.
Yeah, Twitch was just off. Oh my god, I just fucking got out for no reason. I'm going.
Yeah, because he was the one that contacted Twitch and was like, hey, this contract is not working for me. I'm like one of the biggest people on your platform and I get paid like shit.
Yeah.
Is essentially what happened, and they came back at him with a disgustingly low number.
Yeah.
This is what I don't remember what his name was. It's a different streamer, like a mutual of Sykkuno.
Mhm.
And so this is what Sykkuno told him. That's what I'm getting this from. But then he went to YouTube. YouTube gave him a stupidly high number to where he would be dumb if he didn't take it. He went back to Twitch, told them, tried to get them to match it, and when Twitch did match or at least get close to YouTube's number, which made him consider staying on Twitch. But in the email where they were talking about this, Twitch spelled Sykkuno's name wrong.
They did.
Which is ridiculous. So he was like, wow, I'm disrespected. And then he went to YouTube. And that's the whole story.
Yeah, I remember
That I know, at
seeing
least.
I remember seeing the email, like a screenshot where it spelled his name wrong.
Yeah. Which, that's like crazy to me.
Yeah, Twitch has never been good at like streamer retention. I think I remember Toast talking about when he moved to Facebook gaming, which he's not on Facebook gaming anymore. I think he's back on Twitch.
Yeah, he is.
But when he moved to Facebook gaming, he said a big reason as to why I moved is because Twitch was basically like, we already have Asian representation on the platform.
Wow.
And he was like, oh, okay.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, and so I don't know, I feel like it sucks now that they got rid of, well, not got rid of, but like they basically like pushed Sykkuno off the platform too with their outrageous numbers and just total disrespect.
Yeah.
And now it's like, well, because I think Sykkuno was the person that they referenced as their Asian representation.
Ooh,
And now he's
interesting.
fucking gone.
Well, that's why a lot of people were like, why would you not want to try your best to keep him? Because he is like the most family-friendly streamer ever.
Exactly.
Like, he is like a good name. He's like a good face to put as like a name on your brand.
Mm-hmm.
And they pretty much said you don't matter to us at all.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me.
Like, it's harder to put, like, XQC as, like, a face of Twitch just because of his, like, type of content. Not that it's not good content, but it's not, like, the type of family-friendly content that, like, Sykkuno would put out.
Yeah. There's plenty of, like, good faces, like, big people on
Yeah.
Twitch. But it's hard to come by somebody who's very, very family-friendly, and Sykkuno's, like, the most family-friendly person I could think of.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if this is, like, correct information, but it was on, like, Mogul Mail, which is Ludwig's, like, channel that he does on YouTube. Which does not mean that everything that Ludwig says is true, but most of the time I feel like Ludwig fact checks his information,
Yeah.
as a true journalist does. But he talked about how, or I didn't watch the video, but I saw the like title and like screenshots from it where people who have bought those like stupid NFT monkeys are losing millions of dollars.
Really?
Yeah, Hannah like tried to explain it to me. Because I don't really get NFTs. Like I've never tried to like understand like the value
Yeah,
of
I've
them
never looked into them either.
because I literally don't care.
Me
Um,
neither.
so I don't Hannah said something about the man who like originally made the monkeys can't sell them or for profit anymore or something. I really don't know. But regardless, everyone is losing money. Why the fuck did I fall down here? I'm coming. Regardless, everyone is like losing money on these monkeys, and it's basically like they're losing money because they can't sell them. So now they just have this useless piece of art.
This useless piece of art that they paid so much money for.
Yeah, and I think it's fucking hilarious.
Honestly, NFTs are shit.
They are.
I almost said they deserve it. People, a lot of them probably don't deserve it, but NFTs are shit.
So
So I'm glad they're like declining.
the only okay, I'm gonna say
It's
that
only the monkey ones, right?
I don't know. I all I've heard about is the monkey ones. Um, but I'm gonna say that the reason that I find it very funny is that because a lot of people who invested in these are like already millionaires.
Yeah.
So like people, YouTubers like KSI, who was a part of the Sidemen, he invested in it. And like while, you know, it sucks that you lose like a whole bunch of money, what is that to you, really? Like you just bought this monkey to try to get even more rich, to like get like another like $1 million in your $100 million bank account.
Exactly.
I don't care that you lost $1 million.
We could talk about a little tiny bit about the SMP
Oh,
type
okay.
server we're
This
going to be a part of.
this is a you thing because I don't know a whole bunch about it.
I don't know either.
Oh
It's
well,
just, it's
fuck,
just,
Vin.
well, because okay, so basically, I mean, it's just kind of a server that
Yeah,
we're trying to put together,
I thought you and like Mel had
with a
like
bunch of
discussed
other
it.
people. We have a little bit, but we're waiting for 1.19, so it's not
Yeah.
gonna happen for like a hot second. We did talk about if 1.19 starts to take way too long, like if it's been like 6 more months and we still
Mm-hmm.
haven't heard anything about it, maybe just starting this summer and then like rebooting once 1.19 comes out.
Yeah,
But
that's
we
fair.
basically just want a server, almost like Hermitcraft type server where it's basically just like people hanging out, having fun. Like
Yeah.
it's not gonna be modded or anything like Alethea.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, just a place to like make YouTube videos and hang out.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very fun, and it's gonna be a lot of people that we know, but also a lot of people that are just like mutuals that we
Mm-hmm.
like don't know crazy well, and I think it's gonna be great. Freaking
All right. Well, I feel like this was a good podcast episode. We got everything from last week that we had missed. Oh, he loves you.
we can show our cowards.
Yeah, and then we I'm showing my coords, and then we picked up on some new things that happened. So I think we made up for our lack of podcasts last week.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
It's all good. All right. Well, I'm ending.
Bye.
Bye.